Ladies and gentlemen, this has been a really big story in New Jersey because all day long, all I keep hearing, mental illness, mental illness, mental illness, mental illness. Need I say more? The Washington Post, and this is dated January 1st, 2018. Teen fatally shoots parent, sister, and family friend just before New Year's, officials say. And I believe it was premeditated, but that's my opinion. A 16-year-old armed with a semi-automatic assault rifle fatally shot his parent, sister, and a family friend in a gruesome burst of violence that took place just before the start of the new year, officials in New Jersey said Monday. The teenager, who was not identified, mental illness, was taken into custody by the police and expected to be charged with 4 counts of murder. Monmouth County prosecutor Christopher J. Gramaconi said at a news conference Monday morning. So this has been big news here, ladies and gentlemen, because I am in the state of New Jersey. The incident unfolded around 11:43 p.m. at the family's house in Long Branch, a small beachside town about 45 miles south of Newark. Officials did not say what sparked the outburst. The emergency call came from within the house. Gramaconi said the teenager's grandfather and brother were able to escape. Officials say they do not believe the two were targeted. All 4 victims died on the scene. Gramaconi said they were identified as Stephen and Linda Kolagi, 44 and 42. Brittany Kolagi, 18. The suspect's sister, Mary Schultz, 70, a family friend who lived in the house. We are investigating this and are confident that it's a domestic incident, that it's completely isolated. Isn't it always, they're always a lone wolf, a bad apple, mentally ill. We know the long list. Gramaconi said the weapon, which officials describe as a century-armed semi-automatic rifle, was registered to a family member at the house. Gramaconi said, he said the arrest of the 16-year-old was uneventful. So I guess he just surrendered when the police came. Okay, let's listen to the video. So let's get some sound.
Buck and my major crimes director, Assistant Prosecutor Chris Decker. We are in the unfortunate scenario where we're investigating a quadruple homicide that occurred at about 11:43 p.m. yesterday on December 31st, 2017. The incident occurred at 345 Bank Street here in Long Branch. The Long Branch Police Department, as well as the Monmouth County Sheriff's Office, responded after a 911 call was placed concerning shots fired at this location. A suspect has been taken into custody. He's a 16-year-old male, and the deceased individuals are his 2 parents, his sister, and a family friend who lived at the residence. The case remains under investigation, but the important thing I'd like the public, especially the people in Long Branch, to know is that we are investigating this and are confident that it's a domestic incident that's completely isolated. As I mentioned, the suspect has been taken into custody. The investigation continues, and we have no reason to believe that the public here in Long Branch or anywhere is at risk of any danger. So we're still ongoing with this. It's a terribly tragic incident. The 4 individuals that were killed were the 16-year-old's 2 parents, his sister, and a family friend who lived at the residence. We will be charging this individual with 4 counts of murder and 1 count of possession of a weapon for an unlawful purpose. At this point in time, our investigation, we believe it's alleged that a semi-automatic rifle was used, but these details will continue to come out as this investigation goes forward. With that, I'll try to answer any questions as best as I can, but just bear in mind that our investigation is very fluid and very fresh right now.
You said Bank Street. I'm thinking you meant Wall Street.
Yes, Wall Street. I'm sorry. Thank you.
Was the weapon legally owned and registered to that location?
The weapon was legally owned and registered to a family member, and it was. The answer to your question is yes.
Yeah. Has he said anything about a motive or why this happened?
I can't get into anything that a suspect would or would not say. I'm sorry.
A neighbor on the street told me that she knew the family and that the 16-year-old was autistic. Can you confirm that?
No, I can't comment on anything like that. I'm sorry.
Can you comment on whether or not the 16-year-old was charged with other crimes previously?
No, we're not allowed to get into that either.
Since this is a domestic incident, was the house on any sort of local domestic watch list that you have recurring issues with, anything like that?
No, we have no reason to believe that anything like that. This is a real isolated first-time incident. We don't have any history of calls to that home.
How old is the sister?
The deceased sister, 18 years old, and the parents were 44 and 42, and then the fourth person was a 70-year-old female.
Can you talk about taking this individual into custody? What was the situation like? Did he surrender? Was there any confrontation with officers?
It's a good question. Thankfully, the arrest occurred without incident. The Long Branch Police Department and the Sheriff's Office did an admirable job of making sure that was the case.
But did this individual surrender, or was there some sort of back and forth between the police and the suspect?
No, it was very quick. It was uneventful.
Did he place the 911 call?
Someone else placed the 911 call.
From within the home?
Is that right? Yes, within the home, yes.
Were there other people within the home, just the four deceased? And
there were. The grandfather of the suspect, as well as the brother of the suspect, thankfully left the home. Came out okay.
Were they targeted, though? Did he mean to kill them as well?
No, we have no reason to believe that's the case here.
Where were they found? Were they in bed? Were they up and about? Do we think maybe they were sleeping at the time that this happened?
Those kind of details are going to have to come out as our investigation unfolds. Those are things that you'll hear once charging decisions are made and it gets into a courtroom.
You said the sister is 18 and the family friend was 70?
70. Her name is Mary Schultz. The two parents were 44 and 42, and then the sister Brittany is 18 years of age.
Names on any of those other individuals?
Yeah.
And if you wouldn't mind spelling them for us. Thank you.
It's Stephen and Linda Kologi.
Steveen?
Stven, Kollogi. Sisters Brittany, common spelling, and the family acquaintance is Mary Schultz, Schultz.
Are you releasing the suspect's name yet?
No, he's a minor, so you won't see his name released in the public.
No, he's got to be black to have his name released to the public. You know how it works. So we know how it's a lone wolf, a bad apple, mental illness, not a thug, not a terrorist, the usual. Please tell me what you think, ladies and gentlemen. Please leave your comment and subscribe. And don't forget to hit on the notification bell. And please join me over on Black Junction TV and also on blackspot.com. And I usually keep all of my information in the comment section where you can just click on the link in order to reach my channel on Black Junction TV and my profile over on blackspot.com. Peace, family.